All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is me, Jersey Cat. As you can see, we have motor issues again. I believe this is the third fuel pump in 5 years. Bottom line is this motor was made in 2004, at the end of the 2004 year for the 2005 model year. And as some of y'all know, 2005 was the year that the government decided we needed to put corrosive ethanol in our fuels to start killing our motors. So, yeah, I don't think that these fuel pumps are ethanol resistant, obviously, but I'm killing 3 of them in 5 years. So I guess somebody's going to have to stop being cheap and start putting non-ethanol fuel in their boat, or putting an additive in there that actually works. So yeah, until then it looks like we're off the water. I ordered a pump. It's not going to be here until next weekend. And as of right now, I don't have any videos in my backlog, so there's nothing to put out right now. I did have a really good night of bass fishing a couple weeks ago with a friend of mine. But the problem was during this video, my boat isn't very big, as y'all could see. It's a 17-footer, but I mean, there's a little bit of clutter with the way it's designed. You know, it's from the 90s. But the issue is with 2 people in the boat, one person is like up against the camera half the time, and it really doesn't have good visuals in it. So I just stopped recording partway through, and I'm like, you know what, let's just enjoy fishing, you know, because this is a hobby. Fishing is my passion. So I just worried about the fishing, and unfortunately we didn't get it on video, but we caught quite a few nice bass that night. But one of the main purposes of this video is I wanted to announce that we actually have a sponsorship, a pro staff position with Captain Mack's Lure Company. Captain Mack is a local tackle manufacturer who makes bucktails. He has his own line of Akuma brand rods for downrigging, trolling, and power reeling. He makes all kind of different lures. I mean, has a plethora of stuff. He actually has a site, captainmaxlures.com, and you can go on there. You can find anything from rod holders, keep alive oxygen systems. I do believe he has a part in that. And he's just got everything. He's got all the bases covered for catching striped bass in freshwater environments, and even saltwater environments. I've seen his lures in tackle shops in New Jersey next to the coast. So, I mean, he's nationwide. He's kind of a local legend. He is probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. You know, you could ask him a very basic yes or no question, and be prepared to sit there and listen for 20 minutes, because he's going to give you the whole entire answer. He's a great guy. I mean, I've known him for years. I'm not going to say we're great friends or anything, but I've known him for a long time, and anytime I have asked him a question or got into any kind of dialogue with him, I walked away knowing more than I did before I talked to him that day. We'll just say that much. He just oozes passion for the sport. I mean, the guy loves fishing. He's devoted to his craft. He's always trying to produce better lures and tackle for stripers. That I can say. You know, him and I have actually talked about making a jig head that's more specialized for flukes, and, you know, maybe catfish-centric tackle and stuff like that. The guy's always trying to expand his horizons. He loves the sport, he loves the local community, and he loves fishing Lake Lanier. And yeah, he's just an all-around great guy. I mean, you know, truth be told, with this channel, you know, we'll probably have more sponsors as time goes on. I mean, eventually, you know, I guess we'll get big enough to where people will want to try to advertise through it. And the bottom line is, if I'm not already using your product on a daily basis and, you know, have trust in it, I'm probably not going to say yes to it. If somebody comes to me and offers me a sponsorship, I would tell them, like, listen, you're going to have to at least let me use your stuff for a couple months before I say yes to this, because this is a hobby. I make decent money. You know, I make a pretty good living. I got a good job, good career. I'm not doing this because I'm hard up for money and I want to try to, you know, make extra bucks off of YouTube and whatnot. So, you know, unless I have faith in the product, I'm not going to promote it. And I do have faith in Captain Mack's products. I use quite a bit of them, especially when I'm in Tennessee, because that's mostly what I'm throwing when I'm in the spillways below the Tennessee, you know, reservoirs, is Captain Mack's bucktails and whatnot. My specialty is fishing for stripers after dark on lures. With that being said, I'm going to segue this into another part. I know we don't have anything in our backlog. When the boat motor's up and running, I still wouldn't expect to see a lot of videos from me over the next few weeks, because there is something I've been wanting to do for quite a few years now. And that is to do my 3-part information series on catching stripers after dark on artificial. That's my specialty. That's what I do. You know, I'm not going to say I'm some super genius or some amazing fisherman. I just have a lot of time on the water for a lot of years. You know, I wasn't married. I didn't have kids. You know, I'm married now. I don't have kids now. But for years, I didn't do anything but fish. I fished like, you know, 8 to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week for a minimum of 6 to 7 months out of the year. Every year for about a decade straight. On Lake Lanier for striped bass. So I have a pretty good barometer on how to put a striper in my boat on a lure at night. You know, 40, 50 fish nights are not uncommon. You know, catching multiple 30 to 40 pound stripers in a season is not uncommon for me on Lake Lanier. And I want to share that information with people. I'm not greedy. I just have a lot of practice. I'll just say I'm well practiced. You know, people who practice a lot tend to be pretty good at what they do. And I've got a lot of practice. And I tend to focus a lot on DNR, tracking studies and things like that, and biological information more than following people's reports. I like to know what makes the fish that I fish for tick. You know, I want to know their behaviors, their patterns, and things like that, which helps me identify where and when and what I need to do to catch them. And the things that I have learned over the years, I plan on sharing with y'all. I'm going to do a 3-part series. There's going to be fall, winter, and spring. And that should pretty much give you the whole playbook that I do. There might be little things in here and there that I might not get included in it, you know, just by forgetting about them at the time. But, you know, I'll probably release some sub videos to attach to that down the road. But for the time being, it's going to be 3 main videos. And we're going to start working on that in the next week or two because I want to give it my best effort. I mean, I've been doing this now for, you know, I don't know, 6 months. I've got 35 videos out now, so my editing chops are a little better than they once were. So we are going to try to give it our best effort. I want to include pictures, you know, like diagrams, stuff like that, sonar information. I want to give it, you know, the full Monty. We're going to do the whole thing straight lace as best we can and give you the best product I can give you. Yeah, while I'm doing this and putting this together, it's going to be hard for me to edit fishing videos and all that stuff. So, I mean, that doesn't mean I'm not going to do one. It's just I'm not going to be dropping one every 7 days like I had been. So, bear with me on that. The boat motor's not working right now anyways. I want to do that part series. Again, special shout out, thank you to Captain Mack for asking me to be a part of his pro staff. It was a pretty easy yes. I mean, I've looked up to the guy for a long time now, you know, and known him for a long time and have a good relationship with the guy, and he's, you know, just a super nice guy. It's the bottom line. So look forward to working with him and, you know, using more of his products as time goes on. I hope you know, anybody who supports me will support him and check out his lures. You know, they work for me, so they should work for you. No, yeah, like I said, this is just a dull time of year for me anyways. I'm tired of sweating, I'm tired of the bugs, I'm tired of the bees, so, and I'm tired of stubborn fish that bite one day and not the next. So this is kind of always a low period for me, the end of the summer anyways. You know, I usually don't really start hammering away at the flatheads again until September, October-ish. And then once the flatheads finally, you know, go down for the year, that's when I switch over to stripers and we really start getting heavy. And then, you know, we're, you know, I would say something to the wall after that, but you know what I'm going to say. You know, for the next 6 months after the stripers start hitting, that's all I do. That's all I got time for. So there should be a lot of videos coming up then. Until then, I'll see y'all later. This is Jersey Cat's Fishing Adventures. Jersey Cat has a motor repair adventure ahead of him before he goes fishing again. So again, special thanks to Captain Mack's Lure Company for, you know, helping out your boy here. Until next time, take care.